Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button so that you'll never miss another video. Okay, so today's topic of discussion is buyer's market versus seller's market. I know you hear that a lot, but do you actually know what it means? Simply put, when it's a buyer's market, the buyer is in control. When it's a seller's market, the seller is in control. So in a buyer's market, the buyer controls the price, they control the terms, they control the speed that they want to buy the house in, right? But in the seller's market, the seller controls the price, the terms, and the speed that they want the home to be purchased in. It really all comes down to pure economics, supply and demand. Supply meaning how many houses are on the market to be sold, and demand meaning how many buyers are in the market that can actually purchase those homes that are on the market. So let's just say that you have 5 houses for sale and you have 15 buyers. In this scenario, it's a seller's market. So the buyers are going to have a bidding war over who can purchase these 5 houses. Seller's market. If you were to flip that same scenario around, now you have 15 houses for sale and 5 buyers. Now you're in a buyer's market because they control which of those houses that they actually want. And the sellers are trying to get rid of the property, so they may go for some scenarios they may not have went for before because they want to get rid of the property. So now that you know the difference between the two, you need to decide when is a good time for you to get into the market. If you are a buyer in a seller's market, that means the seller is in control. So you may overpay for the home. If you are a seller in a buyer's market, you may sell your home undervalued because the buyers are in control. On the other hand, if you're a seller in a seller's market, you could get more than what you ever thought that you would be able to get. And if you're a buyer in a buyer's market, you probably will get a killer deal. So really it all comes down to timing. And just because something may be overpriced for one person, it may not be overpriced for you because you may think it's still a deal. So in the seller's market, like what we're experiencing now, the number of days on market are going to be shorter because these houses are flying off the shelves in record speed. It is nothing for a house to be listed at 10 o'clock in the morning and by 12 noon, it's 35 offers. And by 7 o'clock that night, it's under contract. You have to be ready to move fast when you're a buyer in a seller's market. Something else to keep in mind is when you are a buyer in a seller's market, and let's say that you offer over asking price, the appraisal is important because that may bring you back to the negotiation table. What I mean by that is, let's say the house is listed for $325 and you offer $335. If the appraisal comes back at $300, then what happens next? You're going to have to renegotiate the price or terminate. Or you can pay the difference if you want to, if you really think the house is worth that to you. Flipping that around, in a buyer's market, the houses may stay on the market for longer because there's more options. Buyers can go from house to house to house, and it could be weeks before they get one offer. That's the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market. What you'll tend to see in a buyer's market too are lower prices. Not only that, but your negotiation power is stronger because if the house has been sitting for a while because your inventory is higher, the seller may be more inclined to work more with you to lower the price or give you closing costs or whatever the terms are because they're ready to get rid of the property because it's been on the market for such a long time. I hope all of this made sense to you. If not, please comment down below so that I know to explain it a little bit better. If you watched to the end, you either like me or the information. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.